What is going on, y'all? I am the High Guy. Welcome to the season finale of the doubleheader. We're going to be getting to the Jaguars' shocking victory over the Colts that bounced them from the playoffs, opening the door for some bullshit in Pittsburgh for the Yinzers to fucking get some false glory, only to get fucking bombarded by the Chiefs in the next round. The 49ers smacked the Rams in the mouth for a sixth fucking consecutive time. The Patriots also got fucking smacked in the mouth. I don't want to talk about it though, but I guess we will in a little bit. Anyways, this is the doubleheader. Let's talk about it. Welcome everyone to this week's edition of the doubleheader. This is the regular season finale of the doubleheader. Starting old. Rather end an old, start a new, whatever the fuck it is. I really don't know. I'm a little too skeeted for all that shit. But we're going to be talking about what happened in the season finale of the NFL, and we're going to be talking about what's going to fucking happen in Wild Card Weekend. And to say I'm excited, it's a fucking understatement. I'm not as excited about the teams that are in the playoffs, but you know what? It's that time of year. It's football Christmas, if you ask me. I know Christmas just happened, but this is Christmas the second coming, honestly. Let's dive right into this shit because I'm a little limited on time. We have the Chiefs over the Broncos on Saturday Night Football, or afternoon football, if you will. They, the Chiefs did what they usually always fucking do. The Broncos have not beaten the Chiefs in close to a fucking decade, since Peyton was there at least. This was a little closer than it should have been. Kansas City just likes toying with their opponents. Denver has nothing to play for except basically fucking up their draft position and winning this game. And you know what? They put up a hell of an effort and they still lost. That's how you want to fucking lose, to secure that draft pick and still keep up some kind of like team morale, even though y'all suck ass. Kansas City got the W here, trying to get that fucking number 1 seed. Unfortunately, does not come to fruition, but they are getting a very easy fucking opponent in round 1 in the Pittsburgh Steelers. But we'll get into that later on. Props to the Chiefs anyway. Next, we have the Cowboys at the Eagles. Cowboys over the Eagles, 51-26. Lots and lots of backups in the game for the Eagles, so no big deal, honestly. They were clinched this week going in. They decided to rest Jalen Hurts and a fucking boatload of other players. So you had Gardner Minshew playing, and the Cowboys just feasted. They had damn near everybody in the game. Really weren't fucking benching anybody. They need to get those reps in because they knew they weren't getting that number 1 seed because Green Bay already had that shit secured. Good warm-up for the Cowboys. They got a fucking tough test in the 49ers coming up next week. Next, we have the Washington football team over the Giants 22-7. Congratulations, football team. Soon to be something else, finally. Y'all just fucked up your draft position. And you actually, winning this game helps the Giants. So you just helped a division rival winning this fucking game. I hope you're ashamed of yourself. Just saying. Next, we have the Vikings over the Bears 31-17. Same situation, although Chicago doesn't have a first-round pick this year, so fuck it. Whatever. Matt Nagy is out as the head coach of the Bears. We all seen this shit coming. The GM's out too. I can't remember his fucking name. Not important. He's out too. It's a clean slate in Chicago. And Minnesota while you're at it too, because Mike Zimmer finally got the boot after, 6-7 years. They peaked in 2017 with Case Keenum leading them to the NFC Championship game. They wanted to be bold and go after Kirk Cousins, and it bit them in the fucking ass. Kirk might still be there for one more year, but they might draft a quarterback. Or go get another quarterback. They might, if I was them, I would somehow try to orchestrate a trade to get Deshaun Watson. Maybe send Kirk Cousins to the Houston Texans, and hopefully you can get a fucking boatload of picks. Maybe you can secure, I believe the Texans had the number 3 pick. Get that. Pardon me. I'm not thinking straight. Minnesota, give up a couple ones. Fuck it. If you can get Deshaun, pair him up with Justin Jefferson, Adam Thielen, Dalvin Cook. I've been down the list before. You throw Deshaun Watson in that mix, it's a win-win for everybody. You want to get him out of the conference, you have to fucking deal with him, really. And Deshaun's in a great situation there. No matter who the fucking coach is, because that's just too much talent to fail. Anyway, that's too much time talking about a bullshit game. Next, we have the Lions over the Packers, 37-30. Green Bay played their starters a surprising amount of minutes. Don't know why. I get you want to keep your guys fresh a little bit, but like just easy out there. Y'all have the first round bye. You're good. I know you don't want to be rusty, and I get that whole thing, but maybe play A-Rod for like a quarter or two, not like damn near the whole game. I get you're about to lose to the Lions, but like the Lions are only shooting themselves in the foot winning this game. Fuck it, dude. This is just practice right now, honestly. Whatevs, Lions. You had the number one seed. I mean, the number one pick, and you fucked it up winning this game. Congratulations. You lioned the shit out of that situation. Next, we had the Browns over the Bengals, 21-16. Whatevs. No Joe Burrow for the Bengals. They had Chase playing, and him being out there, his fucking his presence alone is what kept this fucking game interesting. Several players resting for the Bengals. This was just an I don't give a fuck game because they already won the AFC North. They got nothing to worry about. No one's catching them. Pittsburgh ain't catching them. Baltimore ain't catching them. Cleveland's eliminated. So yeah, good on the Bengals losing this game here. I'm so grateful we don't play the fucking Bengals in round one because I want to see the Bengals succeed. I've been a fan of them since early on in the season. They've earned my respect, and I'm a fan. Not like these guys, but like maybe it's maybe like a second, man, like a second team, you know. I don't love them. I just really like them, you know. Not like this. Anyways, moving on. Jaguars over the Colts, 26-11. What the fuck happened to the Colts, dude? They were literally world beaters. They go from fucking dominating the Bills, the Patriots, beating up on the Cardinals, fucking being really competitive with the Buccaneers, to this. One game to beat literally the worst team in football. And Carson Wentz is probably the sole reason for all of this. Jonathan Taylor couldn't get it going on the ground. I get that. But Wentz was just fucking up. Like, he threw pick after pick. Like, fucking lost the fumble. Like, he reverted back to what makes Carson Wentz just not a great quarterback. It's these dumb decisions like this. It's these mistakes. It's shit like that just keeps fucking up his career. It keeps derailing it. And it's very unfortunate to see because the dude's got fucking all the talent in the world. He can't harness it. And unfortunately, that came to fucking bite Indy in the ass because when they needed him most, as the Avatar show says, he vanished. That talent just vanished. It just disappeared. It was non-existent. Somehow Jacksonville still maintains the number one overall pick. So props to them. You fucking eliminated the Colts like a bunch of dicks. And you still got the number one pick. Not a bad deal. Also, Trevor Lawrence actually looked like the number one overall pick. It was very nice to see. Because that's the first time all fucking year he's actually looked like something other than like a bust, you know? Now, since that Urban Meyer cloud's been lifted off of him, he's probably flourishing a little bit. Maybe we'll see something out of him. Maybe this is something to build on. This could definitely be a building block, if you ask me. We'll see with the Jags. I might make a video on them in the offseason. We'll see. There might be a lull period. There's going to be a lot more TV show reviews and shit. But I'll do like an update video on there or something. But anyways, moving on. Titans over the Texans, 28-25. And with this win, the Tennessee Titans have secured the number one seed, and they will get a bye. And that means the road to the Super Bowl And the AFC goes through Tennessee. And they're going to be getting Derrick Henry back more than anything. That's the most important thing. That fucking tank is back. I don't know if he'll be the same dude as he was before, if he's going to be a little bit sluggish, but that's definitely a fucking factor, if you ask me. Texans put up a little more of a fight than I expected in this game. They did beat the Titans earlier on the season, which I was kind of leaning on. I don't know. I was hoping for, like, false hope for, like, maybe New England getting the 1 seed, but, like, we couldn't even beat Miami, so we don't fucking deserve it anyway. Props to the Titans. It's been a very rocky year, and somehow, some way, they managed to get the number 1 seed. Moving on, we have the Steelers over the Ravens, 16-13 in overtime. I am so disappointed in this shit, dude. Like, I have no faith in the Ravens or the Steelers making any kind of noise in the playoffs. One with Lamar Jackson just not being healthy in Baltimore, and not to mention all the fucking injuries they have, or Pittsburgh's inability to really move the football with Big Ben, who's literally like walking in fucking quicksand out there. Like, he's slower than Brady at this point, if I'm being fucking honest. Like, it's embarrassing, dude. They're gonna get dominated in the first round against the Chiefs. Yeah, it's cool. Ben gets maybe one more hurrah, but, like, who gives a fuck, really? He's gonna get destroyed, dude. We'll get into it in a minute. But anyways, they beat the Ravens, and barring a tie in the Sunday night game, which didn't happen, but was very close to happening, I might add. I wish it would have happened. I wish both teams would have been on the same fucking page and would have bounced the Steelers out of the playoffs, but no, the Raiders had to be a bunch of fucking dicks, kick that game-winning field goal in overtime, and send the Chargers home. And put the Steelers fucking in the playoffs. Damn shame. Next, we have the Saints over the Falcons, 30-20. In a game that could have been very significant, because if the Niners did get a fucking loss to the Rams, if they lost that game, which was a possibility after starting out the game in a 17-0 deficit, like, it didn't happen, but thank God it didn't happen, because New Orleans would be in the same situation as Pittsburgh, like, bounced in the first round, no fucking doubt about it. Thank God that didn't happen, like I said. New Orleans, when healthy, you guys are an entertaining squad with Mike Thomas and Alvin Kamara and fucking Jameis Winston too. But like right now, no. Y'all are too fucked up. Just get ready for next year. Maybe bring Jameis back. Bring Taysom Hill back. Get the whole band back together. Maybe Michael Thomas will finally play next year. Who fucking knows? Hopefully. Maybe he'll get traded to New England. I'm praying for that scenario. We'll see, though. Maybe they'll get someone new. Maybe they'll get Deshaun Watson. Maybe they'll get Russell Wilson. Anything can happen. But, unfortunately, this is the end of the line for the Saints. They couldn't get in. Next, we have the Buccaneers over the Panthers, 41-17. No surprise here. Even with injuries on offense, Tampa Bay is just going to keep rolling with Tom Brady at quarterback, especially against an inferior team like the fucking Carolina Panthers. Carolina has devolved into one of the worst teams in football, and it's really sad to watch. Not much else to say. I mean, Brady just was getting some practice for next week for what really matters in this situation. It's the tournament, you know. Moving on, we have the Seahawks over the Cardinals, 38-30. Where was this all year, Seahawks? If you guys would have turned it on, maybe like, I don't know, like week fucking 6 or 7 or something. If Russ would have came back when they were 3-5 and somehow gotten the win over the Packers, and he wasn't playing like dog shit, maybe you can salvage the season. Maybe you can fucking find a way to sneak into the playoffs. Because the combatants who got the last 2 wildcard seeds were just not that impressive. And the Eagles and the 49ers, more so the Eagles. They totally could have beaten out the Eagles for that last spot if they would have gotten shit right earlier. But it is what it is. This is the end of an era in Seattle. Very unfortunate too, because they had a very successful run, which crashed and burned this year, unfortunately. And as for the Cardinals, this is not the way you want to go into the playoffs, but it's just kind of been the MO of the Cardinals for the last like couple months or so. Just very, very inconsistent. I think they're getting D-Hop back for the playoffs, and that's going to help immensely. Maybe that'll be the difference maker for these guys. The talent is there. They're getting J.J. Watt back, not to mention. So if everyone's right, or even fucking close to right, these guys will be a threat to go to the Super Bowl. Just watch. Next, we have the Bills over the Jets, 27-10. It doesn't really matter, to be honest, because New England didn't beat the Dolphins like I was saying earlier. But the scenario here was if the Jets beat the Bills and New England beat the Dolphins, the Patriots would get a home game in the playoffs the following week. But neither of those fucking scenarios happened, and we're living in the darkest timeline right now, where Buffalo won and New England lost by 2 possessions. Not pretty. Moving on, we got the 49ers over the Rams in overtime, 27-24. Props to the 40 fucking Niners. Going through all the bullshit they did this year, with all the quarterback fucking controversy and all that fucking bullshit, and of course the usual injuries. They went out and they beat the Rams a second time. Scratch that, a 6th time in a row. They got the Rams number. More so, Kyle Shanahan has Sean McVay's number. That's pretty apparent. I don't know what it is about his schemes or what's going on with the schemes, but like I said, Shanahan has McVay's number, and it's pretty fucking obvious. And with this W, the 49ers have bounced the Saints out of the fucking contention, thank God, and they have clinched a playoff berth, in which they will go to Dallas next week and play a wild card playoff game. Props to you, my boys. Okay, second to last game here. We got the Dolphins over the Patriots, 33-24. Same deal with the Rams-Niners game. It just didn't end the way I hoped it would, at least. Although a win would have propelled us to a game against Cincinnati, and you know what? I prefer this scenario. I would rather us beat the Buffalo Bills in round 1 than the Bengals, because I want the Bengals to get that first fucking playoff win in over fucking 40 years or something crazy like that. It'd be cool to see. I just didn't want it to happen at our expense. And this is the perfect scenario because now we can bounce the Raiders and the Bills out of the playoffs. But we'll get more of that in the playoff preview, which is coming up momentarily. Props to the Dolphins. Y'all fucked yourselves to draft position. And unfortunately, it's the end of the line for Brian Flores. Stupid decision, honestly, by the Dolphins. Really, really stupid decision. After the turnaround he had this season, I get he got blown out by the Titans, but that's a good football team. It's a good football team. Like, you can't deny it. To lose the way you did is unexcusable, but at least it was to a really good football team. They weren't scrubs out there. So I would give it kind of a pass. And they beat the Patriots twice this year. Doesn't that count for something? You went 9-8. I feel like one more year of growth, maybe like get a new quarterback, probably someone a little better than Tua. Like, I'm not shit talking Tua, but like maybe some a little more electric, a little less just kind of average, you know? Just saying. So to close out the NFL regular season, we have the Sunday night game. We have the Raiders over the Chargers 35-32 in overtime. This game was fucking bonkers. This was back and forth. The Raiders got a 15-point lead early on in the fourth quarter. Herbert battled back, got a touchdown, got another touchdown, got the 2-point conversion, tied that shit. Went to overtime. Like I was saying earlier, these two teams tie, they go to the playoffs. But if one team wins, they knock one of the other. They knock the losing team out, and the Steelers take that spot. We were very close to seeing that tie. Both teams kicked the field goal. Las Vegas just kept driving. Eventually, they kicked the 47-yard field goal as time expired to win in overtime. I don't know why they couldn't just take a knee. They had to be a bunch of dicks. It was fucked. And now the Pittsburgh Steelers are going to the playoffs, and the Chargers are going home, unfortunately. After a pretty successful season, it ends with absolutely nothing to show for it. What a fucking shame, and what a Chargers thing to happen. So that was the regular season. I had so much fun talking about the regular season, but without further ado, let's get into the fucking playoffs. The official playoffs, like the real matchups. This is the NFL 2022 Wild Card Preview. Let's get into this shit. Opening up Wild Card Weekend on Saturday at 4:30, we got the Raiders at the Bengals. You know me, man. I was just hyping up the Bengals a minute ago. Props to the Raiders for getting this far, for getting through all the bullshit they did and actually made it to this point, being the number 5 seed of all things. That's pretty goddamn impressive. I'm glad it's that way and not the other way around. I'm going Bengals here. I feel like it'll be pretty close. There's going to be a lot of emotion in that stadium, a lot of hope. I see Raiders getting up a little early. There's going to be a little bit of drama in it. But Jamar Chase and Joe Burrow are just going to take this shit over. A little bit of Joe Mixon in there too. The crowd noise is going to be a fucking factor. I just know it in this game. The cold weather is also going to be a factor for the Raiders. Carr is going to play good, but Burrow is going to play outstanding. Not to mention Chase as well. It's going to be high scoring, but I see Bengals winning here at least by 10 points. And moving on to the next round. So for the Saturday night game, we got one that hits close to home. We got my New England Patriots, the number 6 seed, heading to the Buffalo Bills. Round 3, dude. New England got first blood. They beat the Bills in Buffalo on that glorious Monday night game where the wins were insane. And Mac Jones threw literally 3 passes. And they still won the fucking game. If we could do something similar to that again, I am all fucking for it. But it's probably not going to happen that way. It's going to be a very fucking cold game. I already checked the forecast. It's going to be single digits. As far as the temperature goes, it's going to be freezing. Which means run. Stop Josh Allen at all fucking costs. Make them run the ball, just not with Josh Allen. Make Michael Singletary the star of the show. And we got this. Don't turn over the ball, Mac Jones. Just be conservative if you have to. Don't make dumb decisions. No fucking pick sixes or nothing. Take the check down if it's there. We got this. We can get the W here. We just have to focus. We have to be on our shit. We have to be on our fucking A game. And we will move on to the next round. Please. Next, we have the Eagles at the Buccaneers. Eagles did give the Bucs a little run for their money back in, I think it was like week 6 or 7 or something like that. It was a ways back. On a Thursday night, I remember that. And with Philly being semi-healthy at this point and Tampa obviously being a little broken down with the loss of Chris Godwin and Rojo and a few other pieces, it's going to be tough. But this is Tom Brady's time to shine. This is when he's at his best. And he'll come through. It'll be like a touchdown victory for Tampa. Not exactly like a walk-off touchdown, but like Hurts will probably try to do something at the end of the game. The defense will stand up and the Bucs will move on to the next round. Next, we have the 49ers at the Cowboys, a legendary matchup. This matchup has not taken place in the playoffs in damn near fucking 30 years. It's going to be special to see, man. As far as who's going to win this game, though, The Cowboys have a weakness against the run, and it just so happens that the Niners can run the shit out of the football. This is going to come down to if Jimmy G can just be a stud. Can he execute? Can he be clutch? Same goes for Dak Prescott. Whoever makes more plays here is going to win this fucking game. And I am slightly leaning towards the Cowboys to do that. It's going to be like last second field goal, maybe overtime. I can definitely see overtime for this shit. But I'm seeing Cowboys eking this shit out just fucking barely by the skin of their teeth. Okay, 2 games to go. We got the Steelers at the Chiefs on Sunday night. Easy, man, Chiefs. It's been a good little story for Ben. Like he had his little goodbye at fucking Heinz Field back a few weeks ago. It was cool, yeah, whatever. And somehow the Jags beat the Colts. They beat the shit out of them. So that opened the door for this scenario where the Steelers will get fucking raped on Sunday Night Football by Patrick Mahomes and fucking Tyreek Hill and the gang. Yeah, it's not going to be pretty. Kansas City moves on for sure. And to close out Wildcard Weekend, we have the Cardinals at the Rams on Monday Night Football. The first ever Monday night game to feature a wildcard game, or a playoff game at all for that matter. Cool to see it. Feel bad for the team that's going to win this game because they're probably going to get fucked schedule-wise. I got to check the injury report for this game. D-Hop, is he going to be back? Does not say. I think I'm going to go with him playing, though. And if that's the scenario, I see Arizona win this game. Even with all the fucking talent that the Rams have, they can't overcome Matt Stafford. I feel like the moment's going to be a little too big for him. Especially in a Monday night stage, it's going to be a little too big for him, man. I respect what Stafford's been in this league and what he's done. But I just believe more in Kyler Murray and DeAndre Hopkins, man, as a duo. I believe more in Hopkins than I do in, Jalen Ramsey's, they're even. D-Hop is just like a little more in the pecking order, if you ask me. And I feel that's going to be a little bit of a difference. So with a walk-off field goal or walk-off touchdown, Arizona is going to move on to the next round. So that was the wild card preview. I appreciate all of you who have gotten this far. Love you. Take it easy. Have a good one. I'll see you all next fucking week and sometime this week for sure. Have a good one. Take it easy. And as always, stay high, y'all.